This video is on, I'm mixing the old with the new. I'm going to make a pop-up, I'm going to make a Halloween two-page layout with the pop-up in the middle. The pop-up template that I'm using is called See-Through Pop and View Pattern Template PA 1820. It's old, I have no idea where I got it from, but I wanted to mix a little bit of the old with all the cutting that we used to do with a little bit of new. I'm also using my Cricut, of course, and I'm using the paper doll dress up to make all of my characters, and I'm using the Disney Pooh font set to do my lettering. Okay, let's get started. To make my pop-up layout, all you do is you trace around your template. Trace all around, and then you're going to fold your pop-up die. It is now like a die. You're going to fold it on the scored lines to make it like this. And that's how it looks from the side view, and that's how it's going to sit up on your page. To make this two-page layout, what I'm going to do is sit my pages side by side. I'm going to use my board here because I want to leave about 1/4 of an inch spacing in between so I can get the proper placement of where I want my pop-up to be. I had already had it all set up, and what I do is I just take my pencil. Once I have it set up where I think I want it to pop up with the spacing in between, I'll draw a line around the bottom and a little bit on the top of each one. And those lines are here. Then I'll take one page at a time and I'll place my template right on those lines. Now I'm going to mark where it's folded at. Right on this line here, I'm going to put a little dot here and a little dot down here. Next, I'm going to take a ruler or anything with a straight edge, connect those two dots, and what I'm doing, I started off with a 12 by 12 cardstock of the orange. Then I took a black piece of cardstock and I cut it down 1/2 inch on two sides. So I have 11.5 by 11.5. I'm going to place it right where I want it to go with a little bit of border around each one. Then after I get it set where I want it, I'm just going to take my pencil and mark where it's connected at, because I'm going to need to cut this part off to go on top of my new die. All I do is I put it in my cutter, place those two lines right on the cutting line, and cut them off. Now, when I place it, when this gets glued down, when I place this in place, it'll go right up to the edge there and everything will be centered straight. The first thing I do is, though, I take out these lines that I made. Just the two dots. I don't remove the lines that I put in to show my placement. I'm going to take one page at a time, turn it facing me, and now I'm going to put my double stick glue on the one side. You flip it up, and glue this down real good. Now you have your placement lines where you know you want to place it at. Line it up with those lines. That's for your first one. Now your second one, You're going to glue the same thing. Glue the flipped up edge. Tape it, glue it, whatever you want to do. Make sure it has a strong bond to stay. I'm going to put my second page up here with my line that I had made where I wanted it to be placed. I don't need this anymore. Put my pages side by side. My spacing in between, and right where I wanted it to be placed at, right on that line. There. Now, all I have to do is take my black, and I had already pre-trimmed it. Okay, now I have my 2 pages. I'm just checking the alignment, make sure everything fits okay. Now I'm going to glue my 2 background pieces. All of my characters are already cut out. That's how my pop-up page is going to be. You're going to have to work on 2 pages. And what I did was I took yellow and put behind my windows of my castle. And then I took a marker and put it over it to highlight it. That's going to be adhered to this side of my pop-up. On this side of my pop-up, I'm going to have a tree, just a plain old tree. Scraggly tree with all these weird branches. It's going to be on this side of my page. Okay, I'm going to try to work on an angle so we can kind of see both sides. On this side I have my little scraggly tree. I have all my dies already cut out. I have some tombstones I'm going to put on that side. Like one's further away. I made the smaller one so that it looks like it's further away. And then the bigger one is up closer. And then I think I'm going to drop one on the other side, down closer. Then I also have a bat that I want to put on. I'm going to put him a little bit behind the tree branches coming out. I have another bat that I want to put on the other side, just down around the bottom. I'm just gluing it to the bottom. Okay, when you do your pop-up, you got to make for sure that everything stays in when your book is able to close. So nothing's sticking out. So you have to watch that you don't go beyond your pages. And it all pops up when you open it back up.